Good afternoon. My name is Thomas Minnick. I'm the Vice President for Institutional Advancement and proud two-time Alvernia graduate. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our 2021 commencement ceremony. For the health and safety of our community, we ask that everyone wear their mask for the duration of today's event. We also ask that you be respectful of the other graduates and their families and refrain from using air horns or any other noisemakers so that each graduate's name can be heard. Today, following the academic procession, the National Anthem will be sung by graduating students Jacqueline Bauer, Emily Copa, Braden Eckert, Sydney Goodman, Brianna Natal, Sarah Rothenberger, and Gabriela Santiago. The anthem will be followed by an invocation presented by our student government president, Corinne Hamilton. Please remain standing after the academic procession for the anthem and the invocation. Please rise if you are able.
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let us pray. To the God who has called us each by name, as we hear our own names spoken aloud today and receive diplomas in acknowledgement of our accomplishments, let us also hear your voice calling each one present to receive a word of purpose and direction in life. We celebrate finishing a chapter in our own history that we may continue from this day and place to create outstanding stories that surround us every day, and in all places we may find ourselves. And so, with friends and family who have gathered to encourage and support these graduates, we welcome the presence of our God, our Creator, and our Lord, who has anticipated this moment from the beginning of time. Amen.
I got so excited this morning at my first commencement that I forgot to tell people to sit down. So please sit and relax and welcome. I know this is a big day for all of you, but it's also a big day for me. I woke up this morning never graduating a student, and by the time we get to 5 o'clock, I'll have graduated 700 in 2 commencement ceremonies. Boy, that year in between really flew by. So happy day to all. As I was mentioning to the 2020 group, we had a lot of fits and starts to get them to a point where we had a graduation ceremony. We dreamed about it in May of a year ago. We hoped we might be able to do it in December, and then here we were the following May finally getting together. But it was great to have them all to come home, including one young lady who came all the way from California to come back and be part of the celebration, which was just lovely to see. So this truly is a happy day. To all our parents, spouses, sons, daughters, family, friends, faculty and staff, trustees, honored guests, and most of all, members of the Alvernia University graduating class of 2021, we welcome you. So many of you. Today we come together as one Alvernia, recognizing the achievements of all of our students, whether you earned an undergraduate degree or a graduate degree, attended classes during the day or at night, online or on one of our campuses in Philadelphia, Pottstown, or Reading. Today we salute your accomplishments. We made it together. Congratulations. So in my first commencement ceremony, I must admit a few things, and I think it will provide some context for the rest of my remarks. I'm not a traditional president. I come from a corporate background, trains, turbines, and technology. Although I did stop at King's College, my alma mater along the way, might have been my favorite stop as I look back. I love tradition days like today. I hold a BS degree in accounting from King's College and an MBA from Lehigh University, go Hawks. So with that in mind, I'm reminded of a quote from Sister Pacelli. There comes a time in the life of an institution, as in the lives of individuals, when it becomes necessary, and important to examine the sources of its strength and vitality supported the past and would invigorate the future. Sister was a pioneer in education whose impact at Alvernia began all the way back in 1961 as she transformed the college from a school training diocesan educators to a more diverse institution rooted in a strong liberal arts tradition. Today we stand at a crossroads in the history of higher education. The environment caused this administration to lead change through innovation, allowing us to do many things differently to succeed in today's environment. As we move forward into the next chapter of the university's history, and yours, we move boldly into a bright future, buoyed by endless opportunities for growth and expansion. I know that seems to be a contradiction of today's higher education landscape, but it is that challenging landscape that's caused us to change and take a different course. However, we do this with an unchanging, everlasting foundation in our Franciscan identity, commitment in our mission to serve the underserved, and dedicated to a strong liberal arts foundation of education. I know you're all thinking, this guy's an accounting major and a corporate executive. What is he doing talking about the liberal arts? Has the sun gotten to me? Am I hallucinating? The answer is no, you're not. In an ever-changing, high-technology world, the keys to success is to be able to think and adapt. A rigorous liberal arts core education immerses students in learning critical thinking, reasoning, communications, human experience, ethics, scientific method, the arts, the inquiry into enduring questions that shape the human experience. This creates good thinkers, well-rounded individuals that can adapt to change, like all of you. Albert Einstein said, the value of a college education is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think. As an accounting major starting my career at Price Waterhouse, I needed to know the technology of the major to get the job and excel. But as I progressed as a manager, a director, a VP, a CFO, and a CEO, the questions of debits and credits were replaced with understanding human behavior, critical thinking, communications, values, vision, and strategy. Our liberal arts education focuses on creating thinkers, change-oriented leaders, and adults that can be more easily adaptable in a global, ever-changing society. That's you. Congratulations. We believe in this transformation so much. It's our foundation of our new strategic plan, the Alverny Advantage. The Alverny Advantage takes that foundation of creating thinkers and adds world-class technical training in a major and new, invigorated commitments to experiential learning so that you do what you learn in the real world before you're ready to do it when it counts. And I know you are ready. But the Alverny Advantage does not stop there. In a world that is often divided and polarized, we are committed to help develop a moral value system based upon 125 years of Bernardine Franciscan tradition of collegiality and peacemaking integrated with service in the community. That required community service taught you how to apply our values in a real-world environment to get you ready to excel in the real world as community leaders with moral values. We have provided you a deep, introspective viewpoint on giving back and have prepared you to be a positive force in today's polarized world. So I know you are ready. Please go out and build upon your service experience. And there is more. The commitment we all make as part of a true community, singularly focused on the success of the individual, you. This is what the Alvernia Advantage is all about. This is what the Alvernia experience is all about. This is our brand of transformation of the individual. Just calling it an education would be short of the reality of the transformation all of you have experienced and achieved. The challenges of the past year have taught us to enjoy each day, live in the moment, and share time with those closest to you, like today. As you celebrate, be sure to express your gratitude to those who believed in you, sacrificed for you, helped lead you to this milestone. Churchill said, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but is the parent of all others." So we would be remiss today if we did not thank our faculty, staff, and administration for their dedication to see us all through this year of pandemic. As the president of Alvernia University, I want to leave you with two thoughts: to be lifelong learners, absorbing all the knowledge at your fingertips, and to be engaged citizens that get involved in your community and make a difference. I wish you all health, physical and spiritual wealth, and success. We will always be here for you. This is your home. So come and see us when you need that nudge, or when you need that hug, or you have something to celebrate. We will always be here waiting to support you. Again, my congratulations to the class of 2021. Now I'd like to introduce the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, CEO of Fromm Electric, Mike Fromm.
Thank you, President Loyak. Before I address our graduates, I'd like to recognize and thank President Loyak, his senior team, our amazing faculty, and all the dedicated employees of Alvernia for getting us to this day. Facing perhaps the most challenging situation imaginable, a pandemic, Alvernia's leadership pulled together and delivered a best-in-class response. Our trustees did not want to let this celebratory day pass without asking all of those with us to acknowledge the excellent judgment, thoughtful execution, and fierce commitment to protecting the well-being of our campus community that enabled us to complete our academic year with minimal disruption. Please join me in a show of appreciation. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'm delighted to extend my sincere congratulations to the class of 2021. We also want to offer greetings and express appreciation to the families and friends of those receiving degrees today. We know how proud you are of these graduates and of their accomplishments, and we share your pride. The trustees may not be a group that you know or often see, but I can assure you that we take very seriously our responsibility for ensuring the quality education and positive experience at Alvernia for all of you as you prepare to embark on the next chapter of your lives. In fact, this is the best day of the year for trustees. Today, we get to celebrate with you and to see the fulfillment of our vision combined with your hard work. Today, recognizing what you've achieved, we're filled with optimism for the future. There are few moments that are as memorable as your college graduation, whether you're receiving an undergraduate or graduate degree. It's a turning point that marks the end of a transformative period in every student's life. But it also serves as a launch point for the next exciting, memorable, and maybe even a bit frightening phase, where you will use your education, as we like to say, to do well and to do good. I also want to echo President Loyak's sentiment that today should be a time of reflection and gratitude. So now I'd like to ask the parents, spouses, significant others, children, and all other family members and friends of our graduates to please stand if you're able. Graduates, this is your time to express your most heartfelt appreciation with a round of applause to thank these special people for their support. Your Alvernia family will always be here for you, and I encourage you to stay connected as you move on. We love to hear from our alumni about the amazing things they're doing, and especially the positive impact they're having on their communities. Graduates, take pride in your degree. You've earned them. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we welcome our student speaker, we'd like to take a moment to recognize our graduates who are military veterans or any guests who are currently serving in the military or have served our country. Would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you for your service. First, I'd like to thank the Faculty Honors and Awards Committee for their thorough process in selecting the student commencement speaker. Today's student speaker represents the well-rounded, transformational experience shared by all our students here at Alvernia. Our speaker has earned her Bachelor's of Arts degree and is graduating summa cum laude with a double major in history and theology. During her time at Alvernia, she was a member of Theta Alpha Kappa, the Honor Society for the fields of religious studies and theology, and the Lambda Sigma Honor Society. She was also honored as one of the students selected for the Franciscan pilgrimage in Assisi, Italy. And I don't know how, but she also found time to be a member of our women's field hockey team for 4 years. And so, it is my privilege to bring to the podium a distinguished member of the class of 2021, Reagan Downey.
Good afternoon. I'd first like to congratulate the class of 2021 on all their accomplishments. I also want to issue my sincere thanks to President Loyak, Dr. Fitzgerald, the board, all faculty and staff, the Faculty Honors and Award Committee, and my fellow members of the graduating class of 2021. It truly has been a memorable time at Alvernia. I have the honor to reflect on the past 4 years and the legacy we leave to Alvernia, as well as the imprint it has left on us. There's a famous book written by Robert Fulghum named All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. As we finish our undergraduate education, I've come to believe that he was right. Now, I'm not saying we could have been members of the workforce at 6, but I am saying Alvernia has driven home and polished the skills we learned in the first years of our education. In a way, Alvernia's core values are the fancy adult words for the lessons we learned at such a young age. In kindergarten, we were reminded to share. It was not easy, and it was certainly not what we always wanted to do, but it made us better people. Alvernia requires that each student completes 40 hours of service. The service we provide to communities all over the world drives us to share to an extent we weren't aware of at 6. My freshman year, I took my first service learning class at Alvernia. In order to gain real-world experience, we assisted in the after-school program at Millmont Elementary School. Working with the students on their homework, listening to them talk about the joys and struggles of their days, and helping them gain confidence, both socially and academically, made the time spent well worth it. Service constantly pushes us to share our gifts, knowledge, and talents to those who are in need. So continue to practice service as you take on the next step in life, but in much simpler terms, share everything. Remember the moment you understood you were not in high school anymore? I can still think back to the realization as a freshman that you start over. In my experience, it was not easy to put myself out there, to make new friends and learn a new life. Sometimes stress got the better of me. I missed assignments or forgot an obligation. Then I recalled two very important lessons from kindergarten. Clean up after a mess is made, and nap time is mandatory. There are going to be times where life gets the best of you, but Alvernia reinforced humility. We'll make mistakes, and we must clean them up. Rest, regroup, and be prepared for the next challenge ahead. But in other words, take a nap. When problems arise, kindergarten rules dictate always apologize when you hurt someone. Alvernia defines this as peacemaking. The director of athletics, Bill Stiles, on the first day of preseason, tells student athletes to be positive representations of Alvernia. Student athletes travel to show other schools and communities the Golden Wolf's values in action. He challenges every athlete to be the peacemaker on and off the field. Tempers and competition come about. Angry words are said in the heat of the moment, but always remember to say you're sorry. Forgive, forget, and keep playing the game. We have a far better chance of achieving a better world if we all become peacemakers. Kindergarten was all about balance. Our day was not defined by one particular thing. Alvernia's core value of collegiality works to the same kindergarten goal. At Alvernia, we are not limited to the majors we select, nor the sports teams or clubs we joined. We were encouraged to try new experiences, meet new people, and expand our horizons. And yet, in so many of our clubs and activities, we come together as one to make the Golden Wolf's pack. Alvernia builds a community that pushes us to pray, to study, and to laugh, and sometimes cheer just a little too loud. After all, spending all your time at one station in kindergarten was no fun. Remember when we grew plants in kindergarten? We were fascinated with how it all worked, but did not quite understand how it happened. Believe it or not, you were practicing contemplation. Walking through Angelica Park gives me that same feeling. Dr. Vigna, in Theology 105, recommended that every student takes time to reflect in Angelica Park, to stop worrying about whatever it is you're stressing over, and to take in the beauty of the world. Sometimes we aren't really sure how things happen, but we are glad they did. Alvernia has constantly had me contemplating my own growth as a student, and even more so as a person. Sometimes it's amazing to reflect on growth, whether it's a plant or yourself. We may not know how things happen, but sometimes it's better just to watch with the curiosity of a kindergartner. So thank you, Alvernia. Thank you for helping me grow in the 5 core values. We may have learned everything we really needed to know in kindergarten, but Alvernia taught us how to truly live those lessons. Thank you, and congratulations.
Well, there certainly was nothing elementary about those remarks, Reagan. Thank you. Our next student speaker is the Senior Scholar Award recipient for the 2021 academic year. This award is Alvernia's premier student award, presented to an outstanding full-time student who will have senior status the following fall semester. The Senior Scholar represents the best characteristics to be found in the student body, with strong interests, strong commitments to his or her major, the university, the community, and must have at least a 3.7 cumulative grade point average to apply. In a non-COVID year, the Senior Scholar would have spoken and presented her research project at the Honors Convocation, which did not take place in person this year. We feel that this is an honor that needed to be recognized here today. Her scholarly contribution was a comprehensive analysis of immigration and education on the future workforce and economy. Our senior scholar is graduating magna cum laude, a triple major, earning bachelor degrees in management, political science, and human resource management. She is a member of Delta Mu Delta and Lambda Sigma Honor Societies. She is a graduate of our honors program and has received the Boskov Redding Collegiate Scholar Award and the Franciscan Servant Leader Certificate from the Holleran Center for Community and Global Engagement. It is my sincere privilege to bring to the podium your senior scholar, Danielle Zemetz.
Thank you, Dr. Fitzgerald, for the lovely introduction. And thank you to the students, parents, professors, and staff that have made this 4 years everything that they were. And a special shout out to my mom, dad, grandma, and siblings who are in the picnic area. Feel free to wave. Earlier this year, I addressed the freshman class at opening convocation. I told them, just as we know, that these 4 years will fly by. I told them that by the time they're done here, they'll be a true testament to Alvernia's mission, an ethical leader with moral courage. Beginning this new chapter in their life, I told them they're going to be just fine, and I told them to enjoy the journey. The journey. You guys have all experienced it with me. The late nights, long papers, analyses that you'd never thought you'd finish. And just like me, you've learned the discipline to just do it, to give it everything you've got, no matter who or what is standing in your way. I graduated from Reading High School, right here in our backyard. Only 11% of my city has their bachelor's degree. I had some friends who told me that if I planned on staying enrolled at Reading High School, I might as well drop out of school entirely and forget about college. Well, I stand before you as your class's senior scholar, chosen among our top students to submit a scholarly contribution. Like Dr. Fitzgerald mentioned, my scholarly contribution is to benefit the youth in our city and our education. So yes, some girl may have told me to drop out of school and that you can't do something, and someone very well may tell you that you can't do something either. Well, you shouldn't listen. Don't listen. Look where we are. We are graduating. We are graduating and moving forward. And now it's time to begin a new journey, the journey of your life. Whether you're starting your career or continuing your education, you will see now is when your elite Alvernia education starts peeking through. Along with the lesson plans our professors have prepared for us came the life lessons in each day. You have been inspired, and not just by the chapters you've studied here. You have been inspired by the experiences you've had, the people you've held, and all the growing up you've had to do along the way. One of my favorite TV shows ends with this quote. One day, you're 17, and you're planning for someday. And then quietly, without you ever really noticing, someday is today. And then someday is yesterday, and this is your life. So I leave you with this. I hope that you do know that someday is today. I hope that you know that you are all agents of change. I hope that you found or find what you love to do and fill your life with your passions. You have the privilege of creating meaning in your life so that others might come to enjoy that privilege. Don't let that slip away. Class of 2021, let the journey begin.
Thank you for those inspiring words. Well, I get to do an honorary degree twice in one day. How good is that? It is customary in higher education to recognize on special occasions the significant contribution of individuals who made a difference in the world, in this case, our world. the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters may be conferred on those individuals as a sign of their distinguished accomplishments. This afternoon, we honor a woman who has faithfully served Alvernia and Berks County for over 30 years. Would Kathy Herbine please join me at the podium? Kathy's commitment and love of education helped launch Alvernia and helped shape me as a new president in her time as a trustee. As a lifelong resident of Berks County, she has devoted the last 30 years of servant leadership to our community, while at the same time being a devoted wife for nearly 50 years to her husband Carl and raising 2 sons here in Berks County. In 1972, Kathy helped Carl start his own accounting firm, Herbine & Company. From humble beginnings, today Herbine & Company is an award-winning regional accounting firm with offices in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And over the years, they have hired numerous Alvernia grads. Always filled with a thirst for knowledge, Kathy found Alvernia. As an adult student, she shined, graduating summa cum laude and earning the Psychology's Department Leadership Award back in 1995. Kathy will tell you that the real reason she came to Alvernia was an issue with credits, but I think in the end, she thought it was the better choice. I won't tell you what school lost out on Kathy. Kathy's leadership goes far beyond the confines of our university. She has served countless other nonprofit organizations in Berks County. Her service has made a lasting impact in our community and inspired others to make differences in the lives of so many Berks County residents. Kathy, you are a dedicated servant leader and have left an indelible mark on this university and county. I am proud to call you a friend. And so on behalf of my faculty colleagues and the Board of Trustees, it is my great pleasure to bestow upon Kathy Herbine the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Now for our commencement address. The highest compliment I can give Tom and his capability as a commencement speaker is, I just heard his speech and I can't wait to hear it again. So it is my great pleasure to introduce Thomas Beam as our commencement speaker. Tom has a long and storied career. Tom is a scholar, a seeker of knowledge, earning 3 degrees with 2 master's degrees. The builder of communities, the builder of people, a nationally recognized pioneer in the field of healthcare, a retired admiral with 33 years of distinguished service. His leadership and valor during his illustrious service earned him countless awards, including the Legion of Merit, Meritorious Service Medal, Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, and Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal. A true healthcare visionary, Tom led one of the first and largest regional healthcare mergers between Lancaster General Hospital and the University of Pennsylvania back in 2015. But maybe the most important part of Tom is he is a man of faith, deeply rooted in service to others. Now it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage retired Rear Admiral Tom Beeman.
Well, the first thing I want to say is for the military veterans here, my message, hoo-yah, all right? For the rest of you, I have a brief comments to make. 2 housekeeping items. If you saw me salute in civilian clothes, it's because in 2008, military veterans were given the privilege to give a hand salute in civilian clothes by Congress. So if you don't know that, remember that. And the second thing is, I had 2 speeches with me today, and really out of mercy, I selected the second one to give to you today. So it's shorter. So President Loyak, Mr. Fromm, Kathy Herbine, trustees, parents, family and friends, but most importantly, Alvernia graduates, greetings and congratulations. It is truly a privilege and an abiding honor to be with you here on this seminal day in your personal history. I want you to know that I prepared a different graduation speech than I'm going to give. It was incredibly erudite, filled with even more quotations from famous people, and it showed off my ability to research, deliver complex thoughts, and I had hoped reflect my formidable academic achievements. It was filled with words that you would have to look up. However, it wasn't me. In the history of graduation speeches, it would have gone down as one of those memorable speeches that no one can remember. I thought that you might benefit instead from the reflections of a man in late middle age. I might say that Reagan reminded me that I had served in the Navy with her grandfather, and I think she thinks I'm much older. Hopefully, years out of college, a man who wanted to accomplish everything and then realized that accomplishing everything really accomplishes nothing. I sat like you sit over 40 years ago with great anticipation and anxiety, wanting to be a CEO, a Navy admiral, an academic, just about everything. And in achieving those goals, I realized how empty they were in and of themselves. I entered a world much less hostile to people with values than you are. I got caught up in the achievement lie, believing that I had to accomplish every goal in the smorgasbord of life. What I forgot is God has already achieved all we need, and it is there for the asking. Simone Weil, the French philosopher, said that belonging is probably the most important yet least understood desire of the human soul. When you go forth today, equipped with your degrees, you are not supposed to save the world. That's already been done. You must first save yourself, your family, and your community. That is why Alvernia is such an important part of your formation. The Reading Scholars Program, the Reading College Town, all demonstrate a desire to engage with the diverse community where you live. The only way to save the world is to save the world around you. My remarks today will focus on a few essential beliefs that I hold and have held, reinforced by years of trial, personal disasters, and sanctification. I am blessed to be a secular Franciscan, and so Alvernia's core values of service, humility, peacemaking, contemplation, and collegiality are essential to my being, and I hope yours as well. I want to focus on service, but will also quickly cover the other four. I contend that you are lovingly dangerous as you go out into the world today after graduation. You have developed as critical thinkers over the past few years, and you can use your values as a prism to success. I would contend that if success were solely measured in financial terms, wealthy people would be much happier than they are. But because you hold a set of values that are different than the world that you go out into, You have to have the strength of resolve to help shape the communities in which you live. St. Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of Alvernia University, was a radical in every sense of the word. Let your actions speak for themselves. As peacemakers, we are called to bring a sense of hope, love, and equanimity to each situation by example. As St. Francis said, preach the gospel always, and if you must, speak. Contemplation is prayerful and intentional time spent in quiet solitude, discerning what life is trying to tell you about. Francis admonished us to go forth from gospel to life, life to gospel. So going forth today, commit yourself to contemplation, taking time every day to reflect before you speak. Finally, collegiality is that form of community that fosters a spirit of nurture and respect. But service, why is that so important? We are all called to a lifelong commitment to service. Our gifts and our talents belong to the great giver of gifts and talents. They are ours to manifest, but not to own. As I said, you were not told to save the world. That's already been done. You first and foremost are asked to be saved and to save your family, and thus be a light to your community. If everyone would focus on what they need to do to change in themselves, to support their families and their community, then there could be world peace. The world will constantly work against your critical thinking skills. It will want you to think like it thinks. So commit yourself today to a courageous commitment to lifelong learning. G.K. Chesterton, the giant defender of the faith in the first half of the 20th century, said, "Man has always lost his way, but now he's lost the address." You are entering a world where there is a fight for its soul. People talk about world peace, but that is too abstract. It's long been a belief in Catholic social teaching that decisions should be made at the most immediate level of society. So decisions about education or family should be handled there. So although the government has a role in, say, the common defense, it should have no role in things that are best handled locally. How wonderful if everyone focused on keeping a peaceful family. Localism is living your life locally in a community with family and friends, building relationships over generations. It is spending money by buying locally, and thus the project of change occurs, person by person. First change oneself, one's family, and one's community. That transformation will change the world. You will need courage to do this. Your values will be your trusted guide. In the Navy, our chaplains used to say, "Courage is fear that said its prayers." It has helped me to remember also what Winston Churchill said about success. Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So going forth today, commit yourself to improving your community, as Alvernia has, as a way of changing the world. Wendell Berry, the farmer, poet, essayist, wrote, "No matter how much one may love the world as a whole, one can live fully in it by living responsibly in some small part of it." When I was very young, about 8 years old, there was a poem that hung over the bed in my grandfather's house where I slept. It's a bit old-fashioned. It is by Elia Wheeler Wilcox. It is probably why I selected the Navy, but more importantly, poetry is an abbreviated form of speech, holding profound truths. Please make poetry a part of your life. So here are the two final verses of the poem. One ship sails east and another west, while the self-same breezes blow. 'Tis the set of the sails and not the gales that determine the ways we go. Like the winds of the sea or the waves of time, as we journey along through life, it's the set of the soul that determines the goal and not the calm or the strife. So set your soul on true north. Don't let the pandemic define you. You define what the pandemic means for you. You define it. Use what you have learned at Alvernia to serve yourself, your family, and your community, and that will change the world. Go and be lovingly dangerous. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to welcome our newest generation of graduates. As each of you stand in recognition of your degree conferral, take a moment to contemplate your future in the legacy of Alvernia University. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree in leadership please rise? President Loyak, on behalf of the faculty, I am very pleased to present to you our candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy degree in leadership and certify that she has completed all the necessary requirements. Please come forward to the stage. Robin E. S. Carter. Her dissertation is Leadership Discourse at the Border, Understanding Policy, Place, and Power in Practice. Her dissertation chair is Dr. Janae Schultz. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing practice please rise? President Loyak, on behalf of the faculty, I am very pleased to present to you our candidates for the Doctor of Nursing practice degree and certify they have completed all the necessary requirements. Receiving their Doctor of Nursing practice degrees from the School of Graduate and Adult Education, the students are Heather Amanda Endy. Kiri Leanne McGowan. Nicole Diane Ricard. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Physical Therapy please rise? President Loyak, on behalf of the faculty, I am very pleased to present to you our candidates for the Doctor of Physical Therapy degree and certify they have completed all the necessary requirements. Receiving their Doctor of Physical Therapy degrees from the School of Graduate and Adult Education, the students are Brandon Christopher Mayer. Helena Michelle Rogers. Regina Marie Katie Eliza Shin. Kennedy Crystal Jones. Sarah Elizabeth Hines. Rebecca Lynn Marsberger. Emily Elizabeth Gilbert. Elena Christine Schwartz. Joelle N. Winey. Rylan Hackett. Stephanie Nicole Buck. Acacia Kaylee Reitmeyer. Ashley Elise Drool. Kaylee Ann DeLuca. Gavin Mitchell High. Corey Matthew Fox. Kevin Plegman. Corey James Hill. Allison Paige Stauffer. Laura Kate Stryer. Kelsey Elizabeth Nikoski. Ashley Elizabeth Patton. Matthew Travis Horton. Selena Rita Heinzelman. Gina Ann Fabiano.
I feel like Santa Claus today. The authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Alverny University in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And on behalf of the faculty, I hereby confer on you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Leadership, the Doctor of Nurse Practice, Doctor of Physical Therapy, and welcome you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto pertaining to this degree on the 15th day of May, 2021.
Will the master degree candidates from the School of Graduate and Adult Education please rise? President Loyak, on behalf of the faculty, I'm very pleased to present you our candidates for the degree Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Science in Nursing, and Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, and certify that they have completed all the necessary degree requirements. Please come forward to the stage.
Receiving their master degrees from the School of Graduate and Adult Education, the students are Sabrina Michelle Case, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Brittany Lee Darden, Master of Education. Chidebere J. Udama, Master of Business Administration. Jennifer Caroline Ulrich, Master of Arts in Leadership. Alexis Dorr Lynn, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Beth Ann Riley, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Alyssa Marie Schwab, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Allison Grace Hyde, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Allison Dora Green, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Antonia Ruth Trujillo, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Dana Lynn Richard, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Ruben Allen Carter, Master of Social Work. J. Patrick Woodford, Master of Business Administration. Nicolette Page Johnson, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Marie Gariantis, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Michaela Noel Jenkins, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Marlena Ann Metri, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Kelsey Lynn Burchard, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Christiana K. Myers, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Victoria J. DeLuca, Master of Education. Lainey May Reinhardt, Master of Education. Teresa Ann Redinger, Master of Education. Melissa Elizabeth Hackett, Master of Education. Tammy Lynn Marth, Master of Business Administration. William Daniels, Master of Social Work. Allison M. Mullen, Master of Business Administration. Travis William Hoschauer, Master of Business Administration. Marie Catherine Schmel, Master of Business Administration. Maritza Loiza, Master of Business Administration. Mary Jacqueline Laird Galantino, Master of Science in Nursing. Caitlin Bernice Fisher, Master of Science in Nursing. Stephanie Page McDonald, Master of Social Work. Jocelyn Monet Vaness, Master of Social Work. Madison Betts Bearer, Master of Social Work. Alfredo E. Chongo Jr., Master of Social Work. Alito Ramon Francisco Jr., Master of Social Work. Jennifer Nicole Smith, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Victoria Tyler Howell, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Allie Nicole Schwartz, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Kimberly Lynn Ragazzo, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Victoria L. Kerr, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Giancarlo Murillo, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Nathan Joel Christie, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Anna Page Angeline, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Julia Ann Williams, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Chloe Beth Musselman, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Alyssa Rose DeBice, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Deanna Marie Lista, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Emma J. Beamsdorfer, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Maria Frances Picone, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Hannah Grace Nicoletti, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Hannah Marie Schumann, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Amanda Marie McCann, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Amanda Jane Thorpe, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Annalise Nicole Foraker, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Samantha Joan Burns, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Taylor Rebecca Gow, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Lauren Kelly Gow, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Emily Ann Levan, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Mari Kate O'Shaughnessy, Master of Science in Athletic Training. Amanda Marie Walb, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Marissa Lynn Benici, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Cecilia Marie Rowling, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Kaylee Alexandra Gerards, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Anna Deolinda Biardi, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Victor Adrian Mota Gill, Master of Business Administration. Alexander Joseph Pearson, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Tessa Emily Beck, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Jenna Marie Norris, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Tessa Marie Lagolo, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Allison Ruth Raymond, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, magna cum laude. Kelly Denise Ryan, Master of Science in Athletic Training, cum laude. Samantha Donahue, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude. Alexa Nicole Gaglia, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Julia Marie Peter, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Riley Aaron Shields, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Michael John Sorelli, Master of Business Administration. Michael Lewis Zimmerman, Master of Business Administration. Vanessa G. Stevens, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Tina Pauline Plummer Butler, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Rudolph Jones, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Romar Main, Master of Arts in Leadership. Tyler Hunter Barrett, Master of Business Administration. Jennifer Brown Wegman, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Margaret Forrester Miller, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Lauren Michelle Schock, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Courtney Roseberry, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Alexandra Marie Phoebus Martinez, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Stephanie Chase Berlin, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Jody Lynn Green, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Thank you. Emily Jean Bowler, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Jennifer Lynn Garcia, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Kaylin Margaret Essick, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Caitlin Elizabeth Tebow, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Chrisinger W.C. Santana, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Nathan Marquez, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Lauren Ann DeBeck, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Julie K. Wood, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling. Ernst Destine Jr., Master of Social Work. Saida Marie Davis Brooks, Master of Social Work. Erica D. Forston, Master of Social Work. Bernice Carlita Deshawn Morris, Master of Social Work. Sharon Teresa Michelle Griggs, Master of Social Work. Gabriela Page Santiago, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, cum laude. Sarah Lynn Rothenberger, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, summa cum laude.
Here we go again. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Alvernia University in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and on behalf of the faculty, I hereby confer on you the degree of Masters of Arts, Masters of Business Administration, Masters of Education, Masters of Science in Nursing, Masters of Science in Occupational Therapy, as appropriate, and welcome you to all the rights and privileges and responsibilities thereto pertaining to this degree on the 15th day of May, 2021.
Will all the bachelor degree candidates for the class of 2021 please rise? That's you. President Loyak. On behalf of the faculty, I'm pleased to present to you our candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Professional Programs to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Bachelor of Social Work, and certify they have completed all the necessary requirements. Please come forward to the stage.
Receiving their bachelor degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences, the students are L. Sydney Elizabeth Goodman, Bachelor of Arts in English, summa cum laude. Brianna Alicia Natal, Master of Arts in English and Communications, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Patricia Bauer, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, cum laude. Caleb James Fisher, Master of Science in Psychology. Victor Manuel Baron de Avila, Master of Arts in Communications. Logan Charles McKinley, Master of Science in Psychology, cum laude. Dustin Michael Brown, Bachelor of Science in Biology, summa cum laude. Jessica Morgan Lamb, Bachelor of Science in Biology, summa cum laude. Urena Brycel Zarabia Vargas, Master of Science in Biology. Caroline Maria Vasquez Isbanel, Master of Science in Biology. Stephen Walter Sozizak, Bachelor of Science in Forensic Science. Giordani Rosario Santana, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Darnell Sanchez, Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies, cum laude. Tyler James Rankin, Bachelor of Arts in Theology, magna cum laude. Reagan Noel Downey, Bachelor of Arts in History and Theology, summa cum laude. Duncan James Stevens, Bachelor of Arts in History. Jade Cunningham, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Megan Christine McAuslin, Master of Arts in Digital Media Marketing. Anastasia Elizabeth Tomko, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, summa cum laude. Aaron Kuhlman, Bachelor of Arts in History. Allison Marie Herb, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, magna cum laude. Maria Alessandra Mazez Salazar, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Joseph Lee Horst, Bachelor of Science in Biology, magna cum laude. Madeline Francis Braun, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Forensic Science. Luke James Degenhart, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, magna cum laude. Palmer Ryan Rodenhaber, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Edward Atchison, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, cum laude. Matthew Tyler Lee, Bachelor of Science in Biology, summa cum laude. Christina Marie Luisa Stefanoni, Bachelor of Arts in English and Communications. Ryan Michael Custer, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Brianna Christine Hawker, Bachelor of Science in Biology and Theology, magna cum laude. Danielle Ortiz, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, summa cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Crick, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Samantha Krupe, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Angelina Shong, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Marie Genevieve Delaney, Bachelor of Science in Communications. Gabriela Sophia Cavell, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Vilma Stephanie Dominiquez, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, cum laude. Leslie Giselle Bamaka Perez, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Forensic Science, cum laude. Jolie Griffith, Bachelor of Arts in Communications, magna cum laude. Kristen C. Eck, Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Alexis May Iswalt, Bachelor of Science in Biology. Alyssa Marie Aker, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, magna cum laude. Andrea Marie Podoliski, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, summa cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Flynn, Bachelor of Science in Forensic Science. Julia Caitlin Newton, Bachelor of Science in Biology, summa cum laude. Olivia Mary Schock, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, magna cum laude. Noah Matthew Rizzo, Bachelor of Arts in Digital Media Marketing. Colin Daniel Cashel, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Paula Devenish, Bachelor of Arts in Communication.
Receiving their bachelor's degrees from the College of Professional Programs, the students are Braden Leroy Eckert, Bachelor of Arts in Addictions and Mental Health Treatment. Emily Catherine Copa, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Zoe Lee Garris, Bachelor of Science in Sport Management. Rachel Elizabeth Smiley, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice and Political Science, summa cum laude. Matthew James DeMarco, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, cum laude. Justin Scott Heck, Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance. Tyler James Sperry, Bachelor of Science in Finance. Thomas William Schmoyer IV, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Claudia Castaneda, Bachelor of Social Work. Shady Nipas Piamatia Mundell. Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration and Accounting. Sarah Elizabeth Reed, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Sandra Kosovic, Bachelor of Science in Marketing. Evan Frederick Davis, Bachelor of Arts in Addiction and Mental Health Treatment and Management. Jessica Ray Garlick, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health. Kayla Marie Fox, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health, summa cum laude. Aaron Michael Uala, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, cum laude. Alexandra Louise Tronfield, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health. Julian Paul Stetka, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. William Bradford White, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Alfred Chavez, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health. Jessica Isabel Ortiz, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Alexis Lee Perez, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Francesca Lopez, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice and Political Science. Adrian D. Roan, Bachelor of Arts in Addictions and Mental Health Treatment. Danielle Zemetz, Bachelor of Science in Management and Political Science and Human Resources Management, magna cum laude. Corinne Lee Hamilton, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration and Healthcare Science, cum laude. Joseph Mark Bowe, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Gina Marie Scandone, Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, magna cum laude. Madison Elaine Garlinger, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Hannah Lynn Shoresman, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, cum laude. Jordan Turner Hine, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jessica Taylor Sloan, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Healthcare Administration. Ryan Mackenzie Galusha, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Healthcare Administration. Carly Morgan O'Neill, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration and Healthcare Science. Haley Sue Swigert, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Healthcare Administration, cum laude. Anna Lisette Gockley, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Rosalba Gonzalez Magana, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Caitlin Marie Lockman, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Marina Christina Matzik, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Kelsey Mackenzie Stewart, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Deshani Kayana Simone McNeil, Bachelor of Science in Sport Management and Finance. Joya Catherine Ewan, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Gabriella A. DeVito, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, cum laude. Joseph A. Polidoro, Bachelor of Science in Finance. Dylan Thomas Hicks, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, cum laude. Kiwon Won Chung, Bachelor of Science in Sport Management. James Thomas Roth, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Joshua David Stewart, Bachelor of Science in Management. Nathaniel Joseph Scrapisi, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Sol Max Horn, Bachelor of Science in Sport Management and Marketing. Matthew Charles Teeter, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Tyler John Manmiller, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Isaac Nicholas Long, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, cum laude. Ryan Bradley Driscoll, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Joseph Finley Zappi, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Tyrell Francis Troutman, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Alexis Lillian Moser, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Chloe Elizabeth Hoffman, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Emily Elizabeth Miller, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Troy Tanley, Bachelor of Science in Management, cum laude. David Michael Rupert, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice and Finance and Management, magna cum laude. Ryan Christopher Hurlbrick, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Eric Charles Leiby, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, summa cum laude. Sheena Evelyn Fromfelter, Bachelor of Science in Finance, summa cum laude. Dorothy K. Dietrich, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Management. Yupa Mazika, Bachelor of Science in Management and Accounting, summa cum laude. Ruth Ann Hetrick, Bachelor of Arts in Addictions and Mental Health Treatment, cum laude. Leah Emily Kempfer, Bachelor of Science in Marketing, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Morgan Liliak, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Management, magna cum laude. Erin Nicole Ire, Bachelor of Science in Marketing, magna cum laude. Kimberly Vi Gerlach, Bachelor of Arts in Addictions and Mental Health Treatment, magna cum laude. Christopher David Freed, Bachelor of Science in Management, magna cum laude. Ashley D. Kantner, Bachelor of Science in Human Resources Management, cum laude. Alexandra Bosikis, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Shania Shaquika Santana, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Ashley Marie All, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Carly Sage McCloy, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Lindsay Marie Garl, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Stephanie Mary Kennelly, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health. Alicia Dingler, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration. Andrew David Warner, Bachelor of Science in Management. Artise Lynn Gibson, Bachelor of Science in Management, magna cum laude. James Eric Alexander, Bachelor of Social Work. Samantha Elizabeth Murray, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, cum laude. Gianna Taffo, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, cum laude. Gabrielle Quinn DeLuca, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, cum laude. Jack Matthew Fenwick, Bachelor of Science in Sport Management. Christian Joseph Burris, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Grant William Hackett, Bachelor of Science in Finance. Ryan William Boyle, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, cum laude. Christian Reese Wagner, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration. Matthew Kinahan, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Michael Joseph Griffin, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Brian Patrick Kane, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Eric Allen Dorn, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Kylie Beth Mitchell, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, cum laude. Christine Levon Williams, Bachelor of Social Work. Thank you. Nivy Carr, Bachelor of Social Work, cum laude. Farah Briscoe, Bachelor of Social Work, magna cum laude. Florence N. Farmer, Bachelor of Social Work. Michelle Y. Tichy, Bachelor of Science, Healthcare Science, summa cum laude. Felicia Elzata Wolf, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health, magna cum laude. Nakia Caroline Jones, Bachelor of Arts in Addiction and Mental Health Treatment. Ashley Karina Thorne, Bachelor of Social Work. Montana Makio Daniel, Bachelor of Science, Healthcare Administration. Jessica Belinda Jones, Bachelor of Science in Management, summa cum laude. Chanel S. Coleman, Bachelor of Science, Healthcare Administration. Corey M. Butcher, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Jomari Darius Licorice, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Dominic L. Gallo, Bachelor of Arts, Criminal Justice. Nicole Barina August, Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood, Pre-K4, with Special Education, Pre-K8, cum laude. Brent R. Reinold, Bachelor of Science in Finance and Management, magna cum laude. Damian Isaac Jennings, Bachelor of Science in Finance. Madison Catherine Henge, Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood, Pre-K4 with Special Education, Pre-K8, magna cum laude. Jeremiah John Heckler, Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, cum laude. Michaela Jane Pettis, Bachelor of Science in Marketing, magna cum laude. Jennifer Ann Reinert, Bachelor of Science in Human Resources Management, magna cum laude. Marissa Nicole Cosgrove, Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, magna cum laude. Joya Marie Kukla, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, cum laude. Sydney Marie Hill, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Rachel Lowry, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jessica Danielle Visbisky, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, cum laude. Riley Tate Lawler, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Faith Marie Hughes, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health and Political Science, summa cum laude. Lauren Nicole Furoy, Bachelor of Arts in Addictions and Mental Health Treatment, cum laude. Danielle Renee Reed, Bachelor of Social Work. Carly Elizabeth Gorman, Bachelor of Social Work. Athena Victoria Brenneman, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Juliana D. Girolamo, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, magna cum laude. Caitlin Rose Shaner, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, magna cum laude. Valerie Nicole Panetta, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Alyssa Jane Matlack, Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood, Pre-K 4, with Special Education, Pre-K 8, cum laude. Savannah Severio Merritt, Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood, Pre-K 4, with Special Education, Pre-K 8, magna cum laude. Michael James Brophy, Bachelor of Science in Management and Accounting, cum laude. Timothy Michael Torrado, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, magna cum laude. Taylor Mildred Cook, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Tyler Nicole Johnson, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, cum laude. Jenna Nicole Oliverio, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Rachel Marie Ricketts, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Emily Morgan Hosier, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, cum laude. Brooke Marie Hedrick, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Alicia Jane Overly, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Casey Marie Grimm, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, magna cum laude. Samantha Lauren Petrie, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Emily Sue Schneck, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Alyssa C. Hollenbach, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Valerie A. Caton, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Caitlin Marie Kukakro, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, summa cum laude. Mariella Morgan T., Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, magna cum laude. Claudia Ann Chandler Young, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Management and Accounting, summa cum laude. Erin Michelle Whitlock, Bachelor of Science, Human Resources Management, cum laude. Sarah Ellen Wicks, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, magna cum laude. Colin Kevin Miller, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice and Political Science, magna cum laude. Paige Loeen Miller, Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood, Pre-K 4, and Special Education, Pre-K 8, summa cum laude. Alexa Nicole Leonard, Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood, Pre-K 4, with Special Education, Pre-K 8, summa cum laude. Megan A. James, Bachelor of Science in Management, cum laude. Jessica Lynn Patton, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health. Jazida Delmiraced, Bachelor of Arts in Behavior Health. Jonathan Daniel Demeter, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Healthcare Administration. Maria Cristina Figueroa, Bachelor of Arts in Addictions and Mental Health Treatment, cum laude. Natalie Alyssa Axtee, Bachelor of Science in Marketing, summa cum laude. Alyssa Marie Schiffler, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Madeline Lee Truax, Bachelor of Social Work. Morgan Monshine, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Emily Catherine Hart, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Kayla Faith Goulden, Bachelor of Science Nursing. Hannah Grace Richards, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Elizabeth Ann Mirren, Bachelor of Science in Management. Shannon Kinney, Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Pre-K 4 with Special Education Pre-K 8, magna cum laude. Morgan Faith Blazejack, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Healthcare Administration, magna cum laude. Erica Lynn Mount, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, cum laude. Emily Page Geringer, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Emily Ann Ritter, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Healthcare Administration, cum laude. Selena Keatania, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jasmine C. Martinez, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, cum laude. Myra Christina Hernandez Noyola, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, cum laude. Elizabeth Jean Barnt, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice and Communications, magna cum laude. Kelvin Pulello, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Ollie Philip Capobianco Jr., Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Caitlin Rose Drobeck, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, cum laude. Alexa Whitney Seymour, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Sadie Drew Carter, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Frank Carl Kamada III, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, magna cum laude. Christina Nadine Birch, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Brianna Marie Seriano, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Grace Margaret Gallagher, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Yacasta R. Guerrero, Bachelor of Science in Marketing. Catherine Janie Docherty, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health, magna cum laude. Andrea Lucinda Thomas, Bachelor of Social Work, magna cum laude. Kathleen Janet Cross, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration, summa cum laude. Regina M. Labady, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Megan Lydia Gibson, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Joseph Anthony Strickler, Jr., Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Alan Theodore Hudson III, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, cum laude. Elijah Brian Kissinger, Bachelor of Science in Marketing. Yamil A. Jimenez, Bachelor of Science in Marketing and Management, cum laude. Arcelia M. Molina Montes, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science. Caitlin Owen DeLong, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, summa cum laude. Justin Abreu Castro, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, cum laude. Emily Grace Bowman, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, magna cum laude. Lori M. McLaughlin, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration. Sierra Ashley Cotchell, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Healthcare Administration. Tamika S. Bounds, Bachelor of Social Work. Herlane Sterling, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Dawn Katrina Little, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health, magna cum laude. Jesus Rodriguez, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. And Jala Marie Phillips, Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Health. Gissy Deraine Perez Rojas, Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, cum laude. Kimberly Yvette Hunter, Bachelor of Arts in Addictions and Mental Health Treatment, cum laude. Kanisha N. Jackson, Bachelor of Science in Management. Rashid Yusuf Shabazz, Bachelor of Science, Sport Management.
Yep. President Loyak, on behalf of the faculty, I'm very pleased to present to you our candidates receiving the degree Associate of Science and certify they have completed all the necessary requirements. Please come forward.
Receiving their associate's degree, the students are Savannah Grace Lasik, Associate in Science and Applied Health. Isabella Makimushuk Jagger, Associate in Science, Applied Health. Amanda Joy Marie Miller, Associate in Science, Applied Health. Michaela Lynn Steyer, Associate of Science, Applied Health. Marina A. Parsnick, Associate of Science, Business.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Alvernia University in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and on behalf of the faculty, I hereby confer on you the degree of Bachelors of Arts, Bachelors of Science, Bachelors of Science in Nursing, Bachelors of Social Work, Associate of Social Work, and degrees as appropriate, and welcome you to all the rights and privileges and responsibilities thereto pertaining to this degree on the 9th day of May, 2021.
It's now my pleasure to call to the podium Class of 2021 graduate Adrian Roan to assist in instructing graduates to turn tassels from right to left.
Class of 2021, in honor of all of our hard work and dedication, please join me in turning our tassels to signify our journey as graduates.
Now that you are all officially graduates of Alvernia University, I'd like to welcome Kathy Herbine, Dr. Kathy Herbine, class of 1995, back to the stage to welcome you into the Alumni Association.
Thank you, Provost Fitzgerald. Congratulations, class of 2021. And on behalf of the Alumni Council, welcome to the family. Today you joined a network of over 15,000 alumni working together to be a force for good for Alvernia, our communities, and the world. Before you move on to your first official day as Alvernia graduates, I want to challenge you to do 3 things for your alma mater. Number 1, stay engaged. You have built relationships with classmates and dedicated faculty and staff members. Please stay connected with them through campus events and alumni engagement programs, or by returning to the university to pursue an advanced degree. In fact, we'd like to quickly recognize all our graduates today and any alumni in attendance who have received 2 or more degrees from Alvernia. Please rise for a round of applause. Thank you for continuing our long-standing tradition of continuing education. Number 2, be an advocate for the university. Encourage high school students and continuing education seekers to explore Alvernia. Nobody can tell the Alvernia story better than you. And finally, support Alvernia. When you're asked to give, remember the generosity of alumni and donors who have come before you. Your gift does not need to be large for you to make a difference. At this time, I'd like to ask graduates wearing gold tassels to please stand. These graduates chose to begin a tradition of philanthropy at Alvernia through a class gift donation to support the Health and Wellness Center's mental health initiatives and to help stock the Claire's Cupboard Pantry, ensuring none will go without. With their gifts, the class of 2021 has set a new university record with 275 donations. After receiving diplomas, all of today's graduates received pins from the Alumni Association. We encourage you to wear them with pride as you embrace your new identity as alumni of Alvernia University. Congratulations and thank you.
Now I would like to turn our attention to our talented student vocal group to sing the Alma Mater of Alvernia University. The lyrics are found in the back of your program. Please stand for the Alma Mater and remain standing for the benediction to be delivered by Reuben Carter and Jay Woodford, who earned their master's degrees today. Please join all of our graduates outside the First Energy Stadium after the recessional.
Thank you very much. Okay. Benediction. Graduating class of 2021, now receive this blessing to go into the world. May you have the commitment to go into the world being led by the great spirit of hope and imagination, to see the gifts and achievements that God has given you while being confident that God will use you in a mighty way for the purpose to which you are called. As you go forth, put into practice the accumulated knowledge you have achieved and strive toward excellence in all you do. Go forth with your head in the cloud of ambition towards making life better for all, as well as for yourself. May your voice rise up to pronounce justice and peace in the world by celebrating and lifting up those around you. Go to heights quite beyond your present capabilities as you follow the lead of God, who gives faith, wisdom, understanding, and blessings, so you have the courage to live your impossible dreams so that they will become possible.
May God instill with you a passion for service, joined with love, as you encounter other members of the human family, and give you a heart of humility as you celebrate life's joys and successes. May you strive to be a peacemaker wherever your life's journey takes you, mindful that we are all children of the one Creator. May God grant you the joy of companionship and the familiarity of community, that your call to leadership and service inspires all to collegiality. As you go forth from this place, may the spirit of wisdom find you in times of stillness and help you contemplate the path of life and the source of all goodness. Go, knowing that you have received today is yours, and nothing can separate you from your love of Alvernia University and the great source of knowledge and wisdom, the master teacher, God. Go in peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great pleasure and joy to present to you the Alverny University class of 2021. Thank you for joining us all today. Congratulations.